Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds, and this is the Hookup. Today I want to talk about the Lucky Bug Zombie Maxx. I have the 7-inch version. This thing is a monster. I got this from Simple Fishing, simplefishing.ca, to check them out. The colors on this are fantastic. They're the natural sort of colors. It's a natural sort of green with black stripes, but it still has that little bit of flash because the green is sort of a metallic-y color. This thing has 7 joints. They're fabric joints, and that makes it so silky smooth. This thing, when it's moving in the water, it looks so lifelike. You can hardly tell the difference between this and a real fish. Fantastic action in the water. It looks so lifelike. It is so interesting to watch this move in the water. It is just really, really cool. It's a very, very cool lure just to watch in the water. The $1,000,000 question though, does it catch fish? Simple answer to that is yes, this catches fish. But what does it catch? Obviously, a 7-inch lure, the profile that we have here, I mean, it's a no-brainer. This is a pike lure. This is to catch big pike. Big lure for big fish. Pike, definitely. So I took this out and I targeted pike. I love pike fishing, so I was really happy to be throwing this out and targeting pike specifically. I had a lot of success with it. I was really surprised actually because I also had smallmouth bass going after this. I had a hard time landing them because of course the size of the lure with smallmouth bass, it's a little bit harder for them to grab onto it. I had trouble hooking into them, but they were certainly going after it. I got one all the way up to the shoreline and I lost it right at the shoreline before I could grab onto it. Just a lot of fun. Smallmouth bass will go after it. Gonna have a hard time catching them. But pike. So did I catch pike? I definitely caught pike. I caught a really nice 2-footer thereabouts in the Winnipeg River. I went with a friend. I threw it into a weedy bay. I pulled in this really nice pike. He grabbed onto it. He chomped on it. I hooked him no problem. I went out to a lake, Brereton Lake in the Whiteshell around here with a friend as well. Threw this again along the shore. I just targeted the shoreline and I pulled it back towards me towards the deeper areas. And I had a pike on there pretty quickly. He was a little bit smaller, but still good eating size if you're keeping them to eat. I found the key with this lure was knowing where to throw it, knowing what your target is. This is a variable depth lure, so it'll sink down until it hits the bottom and it'll sit there until you retrieve it. You can retrieve it fast, you can retrieve it slow. That determines what depth you're going to be traveling at. So knowing where your pike are, knowing the water conditions, and knowing where you're likely to actually attract the fish is going to be key with this lure. Throwing it into a shallow, weedy bay, you want it just above the weed line, just below the surface, doing its thing, and you want them to come up and ambush it out of the weeds. You got warmer water, or you're looking for the big granddaddy pike, you're going to go deeper. So you're going to look for those pike that are sitting down deep in the cooler water, the ones that have an established territory. So they establish a wide open territory around themselves where they can sit in the middle. They have a lot of clear water to sit there and look and stare at a weed line or stare at rocks or stare at a drop off. You're, in that case, going to throw this and drop it down deep and let it sit on the bottom and then either retrieve it slowly along the bottom or you're going to retrieve it off the bottom at a quicker pace. The big pike looking for that easy meal. It sees them come out of that line, it sees it drop down into its territory, it's going to go after it. It's all about knowing what the pike are doing based on the water clarity, the current, the temperature, just the time of year, all of that stuff. If you know that, if you can figure that out and you can throw these into the appropriate area, you're going to get pike on this every single time. Remember that pike will go after anything up to 1/3 of their body length. So big lures for big fish, as I always say. Can't go wrong with the Lucky Bug Zombie Maxx 7-inch. You can check them out, luckybuglures.com. I got this from Simple Fishing, simplefishing.ca if you want to check them out. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and our blog site, truenorthwilds.com, for more reviews, videos, fishing trips, outdoor activities, all that fun stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and if you've had any luck with this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you outside.